Well, good day YouTube and welcome to another episode of the Albino RHino beer review. Today we will be looking at a beer that was picked up for me by the one and only Greg, so thank you very much, Bylog. This beer is right here. It's from the Amsterdam Brewing Company. It's one of their adventure brews. So this is Amsterdam Adventure Brews 18 Hands. So 18 Hands is a Belgian pale ale. I do believe our take on a Belgian style pale ale. Alrighty, so this is 5.8% alcohol by volume, and yeah, that's a different cap too than most of the other Amsterdam beers. My table's been moved quite a bit from its usual spot right now. I actually kind of like the lighting for it. Oh, fuck off. When you want a bottle opener, don't buy a cheap Chinese knockoff, even if it's a cheap fucking bottle opener to begin with, because it's not going to work very well. It fucking sucks. They did it wrong. They built it wrong, and that bothers me. Even if it's only going to be worth a couple bucks, it still bothers me. Bothers me. I should have made it myself. Anyway, we got the Super Thistle out. Wow. I forgot that Super Thistles really do create a lot of head on any beer that has any carbonation whatsoever. But that carbonation is fading fairly quickly, at least. Nice golden color with a little bit of haze. Big white head. Big snap, crackle, pop from that big white head. Here it is, up close. Beautiful looking beer. Smell. Oh my god. Like peppery, grassy. A little bit of a citrus note to it, but more so grassiness. And a peppery and clove-like note. Get a little more of this bad boy in the glass. Oh, such a beautiful looking beer. Oh yeah. Well, it's time, guys. It's time. Cheers. That's intriguing. Very intriguing. It has a very apparent farmhouse-like taste. It has that peppery, clovey, dirty taste that you get in a lot of saisons. It has a lot of cut grass notes to it as well. It has an almost metallic sweetness up at the forefront. It's the best way to put it. I don't even know how to say it. It's metallic and it's sweet. Yeah, like a metallic sweetness up at the forefront that fades into that grassy note and then goes into that drying, peppery, yeasty, clovey, dirty saison-like finish, and it does make a very dry, easy drinking finish. Is it a good beer? Yeah, it's a good beer. Do I think it's a... does it remind me of a Belgian Pale Ale? Well, I don't know, because there's so many different takes on Belgian Pale Ales that I don't know if I'd say it's a Belgian Pale Ale. Does it really matter? No, what matters about it is whether or not it's a good beer, and it's a good beer. Like, it's not a spectacular beer, but it's a solid beer. I have no problem drinking this at all. I'd give this a 7. I'd buy it again. But it's just so strange because it has that metallic sweetness, and then it fades almost directly into just a saison finish, and it comes off so intriguing. What does it say here? Bastogne yeast. This pale ale combines a noble hop aroma and light citrus with a rustic farmhouse finish. Okay, well, I can see that rustic farmhouse finish. Yeah. I don't know if I'd really call a Belgian Pale Ale an Adventure Series beer, but that's me, myself. All that being said, it's a good beer, and I would recommend it. So, 18 hands from Amsterdam Brewing Company, 7 out of 10. It's not a bad beer. Thank you, guys. Bye, if I can reach the camera.